Yeah. G'day, how you going? Ianapolis here, your acrylic guru all the way from Australia. Welcome to my live tutorial today. I will put the size of the canvas in the description below along with the colours I'm using. If you're watching the live feed, the links aren't there yet. I'll post them up when I can sort out the settings for the replay. Okay, so what I need to do is I'll just get my, what do you call it? My monitor set up so I can see who's in the room. Which way do we go? We go that way, up there, there we go. And I'll do a quick sound check as well. And we've only got, what, half a dozen colours here in this one. It's going to be a beautiful morning sunrise kind of painting, something a beginner can achieve. And if you feel you cannot achieve it, and you've only been painting for a little while, that's just a time for you to do a bit more practicing and then putting it into a painting, and you'll have happy days ahead. Okay, now let's just do a sound check here. And then putting it into a painting and you'll have happy days ahead. Okay, now let's just do a sound check here. Fine, sound's working good. Now why is that so washed? I've got everything sorted in there. I've got it on all the right settings. Now, where are we? I'll just I've got two monitors here. Sometimes it can be very confusing, but not to worry. All right, and we'll put that back there. Who we got in here? Doreen Fowler. G'day, Doreen. How you going, sweetheart? We've got Barbara Harrington. Barbara Harrington, all the way from Independence, MO. Sounds good, says Yamaha. Good to have you here, Yamaha. Thank you for joining me. Bit of a probably night time for you Americans over there. All right, I've got me paints, I've got water, I need a couple of brushes. I want me, on my monitor it looks very washed and not very clear. Lovely Karen Parker's joined us as well. G'day Karen Parker, how you going, sweetheart? Is the screen reasonably clear? Can someone give me some feedback on just how, because on my monitor here it looks very washed and blurry, and I wouldn't want to go through the whole tutorial if it's going to be like that. Good morning from Thailand, says Fata Panaporna, yeah, a very long name there. Good morning to you. Yes, it's great on my end, says Melissa. Marilyn Lynch, yes, clear, good stuff. All right, I need to get me craft white, and when I get real busy, I'm going to bring you on over to me palette so you can see exactly what I'm doing, all right? So I'm going to get me craft white on there first, and I'm going to do the whole footprint of this one because it's going to have water and sky reflections, and it's a bit of a, well, you can either, depend if your glass is half full or half empty. It's going to be a sunrise morning over a lake, or it could be a sun setting over the lake. Depends which way you want to look at it, all right? So we'll get my craft white and some retarder. Retarder is a medium that slows down the drying time of your acrylic paints. It's very crazy why that is so unclear. Now I won't be able to address all your questions if you've got something here in this live show. If I have time and time permits, I'll address somebody if they're asking a question there, but it is a live tutorial, so enjoy the show and say hello to everybody and let everybody know where you're from. What are you drinking, says Melissa? I'm drinking a drink of oat coffee, iced coffee. I love me nice iced coffees. My son came home from work last night and goes, Dad, I've got one of these for you to try it out and see if you like it. And I said, all right, I will. So I'm trying that out. What are you drinking? I read that one. And Amy Myers, we got Doreen Fowler, Isabel Lee, Marilyn Lynch, Melissa Grother, Karen Parker, and so on. So what have we got? We've got 24 people there. And don't be shy if it's your first time here. Hit the thumbs up, share my video to your social media platforms as well. Okay, I'm going to bring you over here with my noisy caddy. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Listen to that noise. What a noise, eh? All right, where are we? Let's go down here to me palette. Now, when I do go live, I do try and like to get it done within an hour. So we'll see how we go here. Now, remember, if you're going to paint this painting, you don't have to do it exact. just use it as a reference and use these elements and subjects in your painting. Some people get lost in trying to make it exact. Now I'm just loading up my brush while I'm yapping away there, getting it all in my flat synthetic 2-inch brush, something that I just bought from the hardware. I get a lot of questions about this, so that's why I keep ranting and raving about it. You can never do enough ranting and raving for the odd beginner. Now, I'm using canvas cloth. It's already gesso primed. This is not a primer I'm putting on it. This is my craft paint mixed with retarder, so I can paint on there like an oil artist. And this is a good tooth canvas, not canvas paper. And I'm going to crisscross this into the tooth of that canvas. I'm just going to slop it right in there like that. I'm not going to muck around. I'm just going to get it right in there, right? There we go. And I'm not worried about all those brush strokes. I've got to get it on there first. Get it on there. Let's cross it over here and there. I'm doing a live video today because it saves me time editing it and posting it, uploading it to YouTube. Now once I've done that, I want to just stroke it left and right so it looks nice and neat. There we go, look at that. And then I'll wipe it. I'll wipe that brush so we can add some sky colours in there. And oh my goodness, yes Ian, we are live, so do remember you're live. And I'm going to wipe that on there like that. There you go. Get all that mess off there. I hope I did a sound check, everyone can hear me. Now we want some yellow. I'm going to do the yellow first, I think. So back down here, we've got some, I love Indian yellow. Now, some people do get a bit, I don't have the exact colour you got, Ian. Where did you get that colour? You can't expect us beginners to have all these colours. The longer you're in your painting journey, the more colours you will pick up on your way. And if you don't have the exact colour, you can either take your time, go out and get it, or use something similar, okay? So that's Indian yellow. I like Indian yellow because it looks nice and deep. Gives you lots of depth within your painting. Deepness and depth. Oh, before I do that, I'll get a bit arty and I'll put a bit of yellow ochre or yellow oxide, whichever one you want to call it. Half full, half empty, sunrise, sunset. There we go, we got some of that next to there as well. And I do have a bit of, it's got a long name, something violet. So I'm just going to call it, I'll write the proper name down. Oh, quinacridone red violet. Quinacridone. Dioxine purple. Phthalo blue. All these weird colours, eh? That the painting colours have, eh? Now, let's get our yellow on there first. So we're going to paint that whole canvas yellow. All right, so let's not muck around. I suppose we'll just all the way up there and all the way down there, crisscross it, get it all into that white retarded paint. Pretty quick and easy, no mucking around there. You just want to get right into it. Stroke it left and right, get all those marks out of there. And look at that, too easy. And if it's not easy, just practice, that's all okay. So I've got that done because we've got sky and water. Now we've got some yellow oxide, so I'll wipe that like a gentleman. So we'll get that, wipe it just on the paper towel like that. And if you're watching the replay, don't be shy, post a comment, tell me what you like or dislike about my videos, or you can ask questions there. And every Friday night in American New York time, I have a live show where I connect with my YouTube subscribers there, and you can ask questions and connect with me. Now we want some of this here and there in the water as well. So we're going to have the horizon maybe about here. That'll be my horizon line. So this is going to be pretty much the darker colour. Now I want this water to look like, not flat, but it look like it's going there in the distance, far, far away over there. So what we need to do to achieve that, get this on there, get it on there, it's dark, massage it in and rub it, and then slowly go to your horizon line, and it's going to fade. Oh, a bit warm about there, there we go. So if anything, it's dark at the bottom and getting lighter at that horizon line. Dark down here and lighter at the horizon line, and hopefully it just looks like that water is going there. All right, now we're going to wipe that again like a gentleman. And we want to pick up a little bit Oh, before we do, oh no, I'll use that for the clouds. I want to get a bit of the quinacridone red violet, not too much. Easy tight. There we go. We want some of that in there, just for the horizon. Now we don't want it dark. Remember, acrylic paints dry darker. All right. So what I might do is I'll pick up some of me snotty, cheap craft paint. It comes in a big bottle, so that's cheap. Oh, there we go. Just to put the headlights on that, just to govern the brightness of it. All right. Muck around there, muck around with it, get right in there like that. Yeah, g'day Lisa Carroll, how you going Lisa Carroll? I love the way you clip and hang your paintings up on the wall. It's so easy and organised. Thank you very much. It's a very nice comment to say about my stuff there. Good on you, love. All right, back up here. Now we've got our horizon line there. Now this is going to be on the top, the darkest setting part of the sky, or the morning part that's lost the sun rising and the sun's gone past it. So we want to get this just about there. Get a bit more. It's just not quite the flavour I want. There you go. Now fade this up into the yellow like that. Fade it. You blend it any way you feel, but what I'm doing, I put it on the actual canvas like that. It's going onto the canvas, and then when I'm going like this, like that, there, like that, see? I've pretty much brought the brush up, all right? And see, there's bugger all on the end of that, absolutely nothing. That's what's blending now. All the paint's here. So the more I push that down, I can control where I want paint, and then I'm just blending like that, all right? Now we want a bit of darker volume of this right up the tippity top up there. Look at that. Oh, lovely. I've got it on. I'm pushing it on roughly where I want it. Bring it down there like that. Scoot it into the sky. Now I'm going to use the tips again. This is a little bit darker, and hopefully I can pull this off. There we go. It's all right, eh? Not bad, eh? Time to have a drink of that coffee, I reckon. Oh, now I've got a bit of a... See what's happened here? If you're at home painting, you can take your time. You don't have to rush like me. I'm always under the pump because I'm bloody filming, eh? You can tape that up so that doesn't happen. But that's all right. You know why? I've just wiped the brush. Give it a wipe. I'll see if we can straighten that up a little bit. There we go. I'm just straightening it up. I'm trying to be artistic here, so bear with me. There we go. Look at that. Now we're going to have some fun. I'll get you back down on the palette here. People ask about me palette. It's a sheet of glass. It's about 6mm thick, and I've painted it white on the underside. And to me, a few other artists have glass ones as well. To me, everyone's different. To me, it's a great surface to mix your paints. Dab it on with a brush. It's not getting stuck in paper and creasing up and all sorts of business. It's there, it's raw, it's there, it's doing its good stuff. Now I want some, where's the yellow oxide? There it is. We've got the white. I'll do the white last. So what I want to do is we'll pick up some of the yellow oxide first, because these aren't fluffy white clouds on this sky here, okay? Julie Pitham, 950 in Perth. Yes, it is. It's 950 in Perth here. Yamaha, Angie, Max. G'day, Max. Hello, Ian. You make it look so easy. You can make it look easy too. It's that easy. You just, a lot of practice. That's just your inner self saying you need to do a bit of practicing before you leap onto a canvas. I love the way you clip. I read that one. All right, so we're going to put some artistic-y sort of darker clouds up here as into this bit here. So that didn't go as violet-y as I wanted it, but she'll be right. We'll get something here. Bit of this scooting along there. And scoot. Always get them nice and straight across there. They add depth, dimension, artistic values to your painting. Grab a brush and something to wipe it. Now this is going to have 2 stages. I'll put that on there. I'm going to blend it and mystify it and get it into the painting. And I will add a little bit of white later on as well, just to crack it, make it pop. Add that bullshit flavour, you know. So there we go. We've got, soften the edges up here and there. Lovely off the painting. That's pretty much it, okay. I wish my monitor was a lot clearer, but it's not. Okay, also I want to grab a pouncer, so bear with me a minute. I'm just looking in my pouncer bowl there and trying to get there. There we go, there we go. I do want to get some of this darker colour, excuse me, and the pouncer. So I'm going to pick up my other brush. I haven't washed nothing yet, believe it or not. I've just wiped to give everything a good wiping. So we want some darker values in our water. Okay, let's hope I don't stuff it. Keep them straight, level, and we're kind of crisscrossing all the way across the lake here. It's a bit of a lake, crisscross, bit close, scalloping. Turn your brush around like an artist. There we go, like that. See, anyone can do this. It's not hard, is it, eh? There we go, like that. Now I'm going to do like I did before. I'm going to be a gentleman and wipe that. Okay. Even use a rag, whatever you want. Looks very clear for us, Ian. Thank you, Yamaha. Now, just the water area. I want to sit that in there. See, all that paint's wet and retarded. And it was just raw acrylic. I wouldn't be able to do this. There we go. We've just got those values in the water there, just like that. Now I'm going to pick up some white. I'm just doing the same thing with the white now, okay? So I'm pulling it and pulling it and pulling it. There we go. And we'll just add some crispy, there we go, lighter values in here as well where you want. Just where you think the light might be hitting, mainly at the front here. Bit there, bit there, bit there. Okay, wipe that brush back down. Oh, give it a good rub. There we go. And we're going to do the same with that. Just sit that, oh yeah. Don't overdo it. You can get carried away and overdo it. That'll do it. That will do it. Now, I want to get the sun setting in the sky. So I've got me pouncer, the appropriate size pouncer that I want. There's me white, and I'm just going to stamp that in there, twisting it in there. With these sponges, most sponges, don't just put it in your paint and hope for the best. You've got to rub it right in there and give it a bit of a twist, okay, and make sure it's all the way in, okay, like that. Give it a check it, make sure it's all over the surface properly. And sometimes you might have to wet it down a little bit as well. Now I'm going to have my sun about here, so I'm just going to whack it in there like that. Give it a little bit of a twist, not too much. Pull it off. There we go. It's subtle, but it's there. You can make that as bright as you bloody want. And now I'm picking up more paint, loading that up, and then from here, from the very horizon line, I want to get a straight line from there, and I want to jingle and jangle and get something. Keep it straight, Ian, you idiot. There we go. A bit more. Okay, I'm going to grab me putter on a brush, and I'll give that the slightest stroke, just like that. There we go. I'm just looking at, I want it a bit more prominent. There we go, about there. Bit more prominent. That's a bit more prominent, don't you think, Ian? Yeah. How come you're not worried about going over that little bit there, Ian? Oh, because I'm going to have some subtle but effective trees there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's why I didn't worry about that. And we'll just soften that again. Use this blending brush I had for the clouds up there. I'll just pull it that side. There we go. Because if I use that other brush and sweep all the way along, because everything's still wet and moist, it's going to push it right into the canvas. So I want to keep the value, if I can, of this there. There we go. You get the gist of what I'm trying to do there, don't you? G'day, Louise Lewandowski. Yeah, I didn't start too long ago. I've been going for about 19 minutes on this painting. All right, we've got our sun there. You can put a glare, a glow, whatever you want on that sun, but I'm happy with that. Sun, a lot of you might not know it, but the sun is actually white. It's not yellow in my book. Now we're going to grab some more white paint. So I'll come down here, and I think I'm finished with, I'll leave that there for now. I'm going to grab some more white paint. Is that white or grey? Oh, that's white. Oh, I can hear the rain softly falling outside. Love the rain. One thing I can't stand is the bloody wind, eh? I hate the wind. Now I'm going to clean that brush. I'm washing it, and then I'm rinsing it, and then I'm wiping it on a rag, and I want to grab some of this white paint now. And we are going to get some cloud happening. Now this one here I put on earlier. I want to get that white on it now, okay? So let's put some, dance some white into there. Probably like the yumminess, not too much. I've ruined that brush, so I'll leave that in the water. I'll grab myself another blending brush. And I want to sit that white down into that caramelly looking colour, but leaving the crispiness of it there, so people can see all that bullshit happening in your painting, eh? Now this is something a beginner can do. If you're a beginner and you think, yeah, and you're making it look too easy, I can't do that, you can do it. You can really do it. Absolutely you can. Just practice a lot before you start a full painting, okay? A lot of people, even I didn't know that when I was in my early days. I just watched tutorials and thought, well, I've got to be able to paint that now, but it takes a lot of practice as well. Now we'll get some clouds up here, jingle. So we'll come across here into that darker colour. See, so I'm kind of down, maybe over here, into that darker colour. Just stamp it on any old cloud type way you feel, okay? Over there, up there. So what I'm doing, I'm separating, I'll pull that off a bit. I'm separating this darker band from that lighter band with these clouds. I might put something there. There we go. And I want to blend, leaving that top line there and blending downwards. Okay, so let's hope my hand don't get in the way. Create turmoil, beautiful, lusty, bright lovingness in your painting there. Pull it down into the bottom there. Tickle the tops a very little bit just to create that artistic value within your painting. That's looking good in real life. I don't know what it looks like on camera there because my monitor's gone very blurry, but it's looking quite nice in real life here, and it's just adding a lot of bullshit. It's great when a beginner can add so much bullshit to a painting. There we go, look at all that fluffy, nice, chunky, high sunlit clouds. We can add some, what do you call it, yumminess to that. Now I'll come over here, over there. Now I'm going to wash that brush that I used for the white clouds and rinse it and wipe it, and then pick up some more paint. So I won't move the camera for this, and we'll get some more, let's say about here, coming over, uppity up and off the painting. Okay, where'd that blending brush go? Your blending brush, you always got to wipe it. It's important. Wipe it. Do little bits. I'll probably leave some of that in front of there, but bring it down, and then turmoil. Your turmoils create more lighter and darker values within that mist of the cloud body there. And the more you do these type of clouds, the more you'll understand them and the more you'll be able to pull them off. Now we've done that, we've simply done that. We're just going to add the yumminess. So like I did before, I'm going to wash that brush, rinse it and wipe it. So I'm picking up beautiful clean titanium white, and just somewhere here and there I want to put some cracking yumminess, like a bit there, break it up a bit, something there, and maybe something under here, just to break all that up. But I'm keeping it lineal. I might just whack something there just because I feel arty. Okay, now we're going to just turn all that up and down, sort of the tops a bit. See what I'm doing? My hand's probably in the way there. Sorry about this one. That side of the canvas is always a bit difficult to paint because I'm right-handed. And here, pull there, leaving some of the vibrancy there. It's mixing with the paint underneath. Watch this one here. We'll just sort of pull that lineal. It's very minute, but it's there in real life. I'm not sure how the camera picked that up. There we go. Let me just have a look here. That's okay. We've sort of got that sky happening that I was looking for. Now, am I ready to dry it? Pretty much so. Yeah, now I've got to dry that. Can I hear a dog? Let me just look out my window. No dog. I thought I heard a dog's necklace jangling. You know how they shake their heads? Oh, Yamaha, you're beautiful. Thank you very much for that super chat donation. Thank you very much. Love you to bits. Cyber hugs and kisses to you, sweetheart. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give you a wide shot here while I blow dry it, and then just to break the monotony of the view, you know. So I've got my hairdryer here. Now I want to dry mainly where I'm going to put my other objects, because that's retarded and we don't want that lifting up the paint that we're going to put on there now. And we haven't used many paints, as you can see. Love those colours, says Karen Parker. Thank you very much. And those colours love you, eh? Lisa Carroll, it looks great here, so don't worry about the monitor there. No, that's okay. When you're painting live or doing these tutorials, there's a lot of things that you do worry about, eh? But it's just all stuff that comes in and out of your mind. Beautiful, thank you there, Fatcheria Porn. Thanks for stopping by, Laurie, says Yamaha. I'm getting it dry. Now just remember, all my paintings are available to purchase, they're for sale. If you're watching the replay, you can check out the link below. Message me on Facebook if you want to buy one of my paintings. That's looking all right, eh? Looking all right there, eh? It's a nice colour, nice caramel colour. Quite like it. I don't mind that. I'll have a mouthful of me bloody drink while I get onto this here. Got a bit of a bung knee, eh? Getting old and my knees are getting dicky. Julie Pitpan, what has she written there? Big long one. I found paint lifting on the moon painting I did. Was wondering why, now I know. Thanks. Yeah, if you've got a lot of retarded stuff underneath it and you're painting on top, it can lift. You can dig into it. Because it's dry, like this is getting dry, but I still know it's rubbery. And you don't want to be going over anything that's very rubbery. So in real life, you can virtually put it down, go out for a couple of hours, come back and get back into your art again. You don't have to be in a bloody massive rush like I always am. Now I've got that done. I want to grab some tree brushes. So I'm going to use me filbert. I do have a smaller filbert here somewhere, but I've got to try and find it, and if I find it, then I'll be able to use it. It is somewhere there. Where are you? There. Oh, I didn't know it was that small. It's very small. We'll use that one as well. So here we go. Now I'm going to grab Oh, excuse me. I'm going to grab the burn umber, which is a very dark brown, and sometimes I like to add a bit of black in there as well. So I'll get that there. I'll keep the lid off that just in case I need more, because they're what I'm using now. I don't need much black, but I'll have some there. Get some black down there like that. Keep hearing, oh, I know what it is. It's the neighbour's dog. The guy next door has got a massive, it's not a dog, it's a bloody horse, isn't it? I wonder if he can hear me. He can probably hear me and a human carrying on because my door's open. And I'm listening to the rain, it's great. I'll sit them in the water like that. Now what are we doing here? Oh, brushes for the tree. Need a bit of water, so I'll just put you might have a tub of water, whatever. I spray it down there, it's easy for me. And we also need a bit, so what I'll do is I'll do the distance trees, and I'm going to have one right here with like a bird sitting up there going good morning to everything, and a reflection as well. So we'll do the far stuff first. So come back over here. Is there anything there? Oh, Doreen, who's that? Doreen Fowler. Oh, cyber hugs and kisses to you, sweetheart. She's just given me a super chat donation along with the lovely Yamaha. And if you don't know what they're doing, only those in the live feed, there's a little grey $ there, and people love to support creators like myself and many others, and you hit that and you'll adjust how much you want to donate. And if you're watching the replay, well then you hit the PayPal donate pay button there. All right, so thank you very much for that, Doreen Fowler. Love your tutorials. From Ontario, says Rosemary Smith. Thank you very much, Rosemary. Sharon Peters, hello from Nashville. Nashville, all the way from Nashville. Love you, watch your paint. Golly, Nashville. We got one here, Laurie Edwards. Hi, Rosemary from Ontario as well. Julie Pitham, listen to the rain to my tin roof is awesome. Yeah, I've got a tin roof on this studio that I built. I mean, it is insulated, so it's a bit muffled out, but I can hear it outside. It's fantastic. All right, I've got me, it's a flat filbert cat tongue. It's like a cat tongue, and it's a filberty shape. What have we got? Half an hour, we're nearly finished. Good stuff. All right, South Carolina, all the way from South Carolina, Nancy who? Nancy Cutter. Nancy Cutter from South Carolina. All right, then let's get on over here. Excuse me, I can't talk like American for nuts, but I'll give it a try, eh? Yeah, give it a go. All right, let's see, where are we? Try and get it so you haven't got monitors in the way everywhere. Now, I want a row of business. I'll use a flat as well. Now, how dry is that? I'm just looking. It's not too bad. Now it's had a chance to dry, I'll give it another little bit because I don't really want it lifting up. I mean, if you're doing this at home, you've got plenty of time. I'm using warm air there, and I've got a button on me that transfers it to cold air. So every now and then I oscillate whether it's cold or hot. It's just canvas, so it's not buckling anything. Where if you're doing paper or a board, it could buckle. Now I'm going to, I'll grab, I've got a nice flat. What do you got a flat for, Ian? I want to control the actual bottom area. So what I'm doing is grabbing some of this here, and I'm going to start from the bottom and come over the top of my horizon line like that, okay? So I'm going to start from the bottom and govern what I want jingle jangling in the distance there, okay? So I'm not going to do a flat line across there, okay? I want to try and make it look real. So we'll start from about here, and I want to get, I like to go like this, straight, scallop little bits out. Now look at that, it's breaking up, which means the paint's not wet enough. I'm just mixing it with a little bit more water, and we'll go again. And the flat brush allows me to control this. There we go. Just like so. Moving right along. And we'll get something cracking over this reflection there. It's just a broken up bottom line. It's level, but broken up, if you know what I mean. I did this sort of way in my latest painting, number 310. And if you're ever looking for one of my paintings, they're all hashtag numbered. We'll get something out here as well. There we go. Might not look like much at the moment, but you'll see when it's finished just what all this stuff is doing. It's level but crooked, if you know what I mean. Level but crooked. It's level across the page there. Okay. And it's great fun to do this sort of stuff, something different. Now what I'm going to do is thicken up the bottom line where I don't want anything else going down. So I'm getting that in there like that. This painting's nearly finished, believe it or not. I just got to frig dig around with all this nonsense here to bring it to life, and it'll be all over Red Rover. There we go. I'm going to pick up the cat tongue now. The flat filbert. I get excited when I paint, eh? A lot of you regulars probably know me by now, but yeah, if it's your first time here, sorry for that, but I'm just a happy bugger, eh? Now we're going to create trees. Oh, get real arty. Get them airy out there. A bit of a gap, big chunk over here. Now see the gaps we got there? And then get all this solid down below. Now, if anything, it's still wanting to lift that bottom paint up. But this is out in the distance anyway. I'll persevere. I've got a humbug in my throat, eh? Now we'll get some more. Get on there, you. I'm just getting all the lumps off me brush. Now I want I don't know, something bigger out here. Some kind of tree. I might have to dry this again when I'm finished. Sometimes I detail them laterwards. Coming along, just all sorts of trees out here in the distance. It could be like a marsh, or you know, out on the mangoes or mangroves, whatever they call it. I watched a good Netflix series the few weeks ago, the Ozark. That was all sort of like this sort of style of landscaping out there, was like this. You watch certain things, you get inspired. All right, coming along. Now this here, I want to kind of just, we'll bring up and come off the painting there. Umbrella shapes, get the top the way you want it. There we go, fix that up there. And then we can darken all this up here as we come down. Okay. Oh, my knee's bent backwards again. I've got to stand forward and straighten my knee up. Okay. There we go. Is that looking like a row of trees there in the background? Very nice. There's Serge. Thank you very much. I live in the city suburbs. Oh yeah, okay, oh yeah, Boston. All right, there we go. We've got that there like that. We've got trees flourishing up there like that. Now I will pick up some of the black now, and if I can, well, before I do, I've got to dry it. It's very undry. So I'll just quickly dry this. I'll get a bit of dryness done there, because I do want to get a lot of darkness along here as well, if it's going to change it up a bit. Yeah, there we go. It looks good in real life, this, what I'm putting on here now. It might not show in the video here, but at least it's going to add some darkness within there. Yeah, look at that. That's the way to go. Chewbacca. Yeah, love it. Get in there. That's the way. Yeah. I can use my flat again just to darken some of these bits here as well again. Get them nice and sharp. because a lot of it's, there we go, look at that. The sharper you get things, the more antsy-pantsy it makes you look. Oh yeah, look at that. We're going to have that tree somewhere here, so it's on a bit of an island. I'll quickly fix this up here. This will look good in a frame, this one. You watch when I whack a frame on this, it's going to look alright, eh? Alright, now work out what brush you want to use for your tree. I'm going to use a bit of a flat, and I'm going to pick up the black colour, okay? The more of the black colour, it's mixed with a little bit of brown. I do got to get a bit of water on my brush though. And I want to put the tree there, so what I'll do, I'll try and get you, there we go there. Okay, now we want a tree coming up here. From this point here we'll go, probably a bit in the water. This tree's in the marsh, in the water. So we're going to come up, keep it sharp. So what I'll do is I'll reload my brush again. I've got a bit of an airy bit there. I want that sharp. If you keep it sharp first go around, you don't have to muck around with it over and over. And we'll go, try and keep it sharp, jingle jangly, bit crookedy, like there, bang. Bit thicker down the bottom here, about there we go, like that. Done, first go around. That's what you want to try and do if you can. We'll get some more now. We'll get another main branch jingle jangling up here, sort of coming over this way, bang out there like that. Now we'll get something scooting up here with some height. There we go. I think this one out here, I'll put the bird on that one there. Okay. Now, what else have we got? I'll actually finish the tree off before I do the reflection. That way I won't get lost. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up my big liner brush, this one here, wet it, get it into that paint as well, and then start getting some sharper, realistic branches on that tree there. Okay, so we'll just do some out here. Now you twist it, jingle it. Look at that, just jingle, jingle, jingle. Make beautiful, bang, look at that. Very easy. Now, I'm not being a cocky smartass when I say it is very easy. I'm saying that because it is very easy. It's just practice makes it easy, believe me. If you think I'm talking out of the other side, I'm not. It's just some people, I did not know when I started the amount of practicing you need. And I'm one person out there that does tell you you've got to do a lot of practicing. And I just feel that's true. So I'm just trying to make up a busy tree here. Now these ones here, they can have busyness coming off them as well. Now this one's got no foliage on it, it's just a dead, excuse me, a dead swamp tree. Okay, well get on there you. Twist it. When you twist your brush, it allows the paint to flow off a bit more controllingly. There we go. I'll wet it a bit more, straighten my knee up. Bloody knee, what's the matter, Ian? I've got a sore knee. Okay, come up here, get some detail up here, there. Sometimes you miss a bit. Make sure you join them back up because tree branches don't float in the air. And we'll get stuff coming down here. Getting some of your branches to overlap creates realism in them as well. They don't look like a flat fan laying on your painting. Okay, where are we? I want to try and get a bit more like, see how I crisscross that? Join it up. I don't know if you can hear the crows barking in the background, those birds. Australian birds. All right, now I'm going to grab that flat brush. We've pretty much got our tree there. Wipe it a bit. Now I want to get this tree and wiggle it into the water like this. See what I'm doing? Got a bit of darkness there. Wiggle it in the water, and it's sort of get a bit more paint. I'll wipe it off, and a bit more distinct branches out here. They're sort of, is that making sense? I hope so. It's not a mirror image reflection because it's the water's morning smeary time. Now we'll sit that back. I'm going to get another flat and some glaze, this glazing stuff. What this does, it turns your paint very translucent. So I'll grab me, I want a sharp flat, a good flat that you can sort of chisel up. Now I want to get some of this glaze, and we'll pull some of, let's say, this white into it. Not too much. Oh, that's too much white. Just a little bit, and there we go. A lot of glaze. And it's going to turn that, you know how you normally see people knife on white lines on their water, but sometimes they can be very thick, loud and cartoony. To me, this just adds that realistic looking line. That's why I use this. Now, probably can, some of this stuff here, just sit that reflection down. Well, it's wet, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and distort that a little bit there. Now I've got to clean the brush and dry the painting. I forgot the, oh, I didn't even show you. I've got to dry the painting. I'm going to start again because that's all wet, what I just put on there. So I'm just drying where I want to get that in the water there. Now where's that brush? I'll clean it back up because I contaminate it with brown paint. I'm picking up that white glazed paint again. Okay. And I want to use this for the water lines. We're going to sink the reflection down. And look at this, these just make realistic lines instead of picking up the scary knife and making a big cartoony mess out of it all. It's just something, if a beginner knows how to do this, they can do it. And this is sinking down, oh you dag, this is sinking down that reflection. It's still picking up some of that dark paint there because it's very dark. That's okay. We're sinking it down. Little scallops of reflections or surface over the water. Pick up some more. I hope it's picking that up okay. Now I want to come over here. Let's hope there's not any brown in that. Yeah, that's it. This sun reflection in the water, I want to detail that now. So I'm just picking up more and coming here and there throughout this. Keep these, what you're putting on here now, very level, because if you don't, it'll sort of hurt the painting. So I'm just sort of getting some realism out there. And this just adds that nice, you know, like when I add yumminess to clouds, this is just adding that sort of flavour to the water. And you can go all over your painting. Get on there, you dag. I'll pick up some bloody more. Get it on there. There we go. And this is nice and subtle, more realistic. Get some up in there if you want, in the marshes there. Now let's quickly grab a little brush and try and put a little bird in there if we can. Is that going to do it? I'll try this. I'll just pick up some of the dark paint because I want to get a little bird sitting on a branch here. So we'll get like a body. So what I'm doing is like a long bell. Probably can go a bit longer. Hopefully you can see this. He's just sitting up there all on his own, looking behind himself, going, he's around. I've got a beautiful sunset here. Maybe a bit of a tail there. It's just a silhouette of these little birds. It's something, I don't know, some sort of river bird, water bird. And we'll give his head out here. Bit of a beak. Get his head. Now, I feel, excuse me, get rid of that humbug. I want to get his beak a bit more, and then I want to get his shoulders more broad. Give him the sort of shoulders Barbara Barbertson will like. There we go, he's just some sort of bird. I'll put a longer artistic tail there. That's a bird, doesn't it look like a bird? Yeah, bit of a bird. I'll use this and maybe get a few little... Oh golly, what happened there? Wonder if we can get some more... Yeah, some more branches on this tree there. Yeah, something like that. I could probably, not that I'll do it, but I could probably put some just some little dots coming a bit bigger as they come closer. Maybe just some birds out there flying around. Yeah, it's watery. And we can probably even have some just little ones on the water there. I don't know, I'm just doing little blobs, something that'll resemble birds. And no, that's all right. Now, just for flavour, watch this. Watch what I do. We're finished. I'm going to sign it in a minute. I've got that brown, the black still in me fill, but I'll wipe it off. I want to pick up some of the white. Now, I'm going to keep pulling it out on my glass palette. That's why I find a glass palette so brilliant. You can really govern and control a lot of paint happening there. Now, I'm just trying to work out the brightness value I want of it. Keep going a bit more. There we go. Not too much. Just enough to be artistic. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. And around the moon, is it the, oh no, the bloody sun. Oh, it can be a moon if you want it to be a moon. Just here, you know how you highlight trees? Just put some of this sinking stuff back and forth from each other in that area there. Around here. And this just adds another element of bullshit within your paintings. It's just, it costs you nothing, and it's a lot of sauce for little spaghetti, I say. You're doing very little, but it's adding a lot of value to your painting. There we go, just around there, I suppose. Boom, 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 boom. Subtle, but effective. Can that stand? It's standing out. It's standing out. Now I will give it a bit of a, what colour there? I'll just use this colour here that I used for the, what I just used there. And we'll give it a bit of an autograph. Where are we? Out there. And like I said before, all my paintings are available to buy. If you're watching the replay, check out the links below. You can find out what paintings are available. They're all purchased through PayPal payment. And you message me on Facebook. Join my art group. Post your art there for everyone else to see and comment about. There we go. Now let's whack a frame on this. Okay, so we'll whack a frame on this. Get rid of all this. Where are we? Oh, this, hang on, my wire's getting caught. It's always good to put a frame on stuff. just to see how they look. And this should look all right in the nice. There we go. Look at that, eh? That's not too shabby. Got a beautiful water scene. You can even put a little jetty or a boat out there. Got some birds flying through. One already perched up there. Okay, and just remember, you can do that, all right? It's very easy with a lot of practice. Okay, I'll pull you back here. Say hello to a few people before we say goodbye. I don't know if you can hear that rain or not. It's raining, it's raining. Oh, righto, so I'll put them in my pocket. Do we have anyone beautiful? Ian says Karen Parker, thank you very much. Paula Walker, crikey, the sky is awesome. Can't wait to try it. Thank you for the tutorial. You're welcome, that's what these tutorials are all about. All about you to say, crikey, I can't wait to try it. And just remember, if you're getting frustrated and something's not going your way, just put everything down, and whatever's not going your way, practice that subject, whether it's a tree, water reflections, whatever. You need to put in a lot of homework so you can produce reasonably good looking paintings, okay? That's all it is, and anyone can do it. That's why I say anyone can do it. I get some lovely feedback on my YouTube channel here, how people are just inspired just by me telling them you can do it, and when they put the effort into it, they realise they can, eh? It's that easy. What have we got there? Jennifer Smith. Hello, thank you for joining. Peggy, Barry Radburn. It's in the water, Marilyn. Oh yeah, they're having to talk about something. Jerry Powell, have a blessed day. Thank you very much, Jerry Powell. Philo, g'day Philo. I can do this, of course you bloody can. Not getting any rain up here, Ian, says Barry. Yeah, we're just getting light, sprinkly. There you go, have some rain day today. It's beautiful, I love the sound of it. It sounds fantastic. Get me bloody wire out the way. All right, now just remember, if you like what I'm doing here on my channel, you tell your friends. But if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, all right? All the best, goodbye, good luck, and good on ya. Oh, I've got to write all those colours down so I don't forget. Let's grab this and clean this up a bit. Move my drink out the way, get it out the way. I better put that back so it doesn't get ruined. And I'll just quickly clean this off. Oh well, at least I don't have to edit that. It saves me a bit of time. Alright, that's all ready to... Oh, if you're still there and you're watching what I do, and this is how I clean my palette, I just scrape it with a silicone rubber scraper, and I let that dry even up until the next day. And I use my spray bottle, I wet it, and I've got a blade scraper, I just scrape it off and it's clean, ready for another day. All right, I better go behind the camera and say it's Uru from the